Scottie Hughes is with us from townhall.com, and you think otherwise. You think that this is not a fake scandal. Go, make your point, Scottie.
Well, because I know it's not a fake scandal. A fake scandal is what the White House would like us to believe with Benghazi, White House would like us to believe with Fast and Furious, and even with Solyndra. But in reality, we have documents that show that we were targeted and that 501c4s like the TeaParty.net and other Tea Party organizations were not just mistakenly targeted. And for him to sit there and say this is the most historically transparent administration, that is truly a fake statement.
I've got a scandal for you. Here's the scandal. The House Oversight and Government Reform Committee has so far launched accusations.
Now you're spinning away.
No, we're talking about the IRS scandal.
No, we're talking about a link up the food chain within the IRS. Breaking out of the IRS in a connection with the White House.
So far.
Now, that has been alleged. The meetings did take place. That, sir, is a scandal because the president has said first he ever found out about this was watching the TV.
If the White House wasn't meeting with higher-ups at the IRS, that would be a scandal. This is for good government, you need to have IRS employees meeting with the White House. What's happened here, though, is that accusations have been launched. There have been 3 investigations, a congressional, an inspector general, and a Department of Justice. So far, none has come up with any evidence that there was political motivation here. And now there are words like progressive and occupy, as in Occupy Wall Street, were used in this dragnet. So right now, Darrell Iss's committee, which has made accusations that these are politically motivated and only targeting conservatives, is wrong on both counts. It's a waste of taxpayer money, and that's the real scandal, Stuart.
Scottie, respond.
Because of all those people that he just mentioned, they're all appointed by the Obama administration. They're all the henchmen. And if you can't sit there and tell me that the Department of Treasury was not talking, despite having the highest visitations by its director to the White House of any organization, I think it was actually 3 times any other department in our government, then they obviously, I wonder what they're talking about, because this would be obviously something that should be at the top of their agenda. Oh, by the way, President Obama, we're going to be targeting those people who are most vocal
Scottie,
against
where's the evidence?
Hold on a second. Mark, I'm going to ask you a question. Are you telling me that the machinery of government, the IRS, the most powerful organization in the United States bureaucracy, you are telling me that they were not used to intimidate the president's political opponents in the election last year? Didn't happen?
I'm saying it didn't happen, and if it did happen, it didn't happen with any White House knowledge whatsoever. It did not happen. There was no intimidation of the Tea Party people? Think about it. If you're the president, the president was elected on a wave of civic activism. He appreciates civic activism, even if it comes from the right.
Answer the question, Mark. There was no intimidation?
To my
none?
None.
None?
There's been no evidence of any intimidation.
Yes,
show me.
Show me.
Let's look at the words.
Scottie, where?
The record is there.
There are 3 investigations, and so far no evidence has come to light.
The president's chief advisor said, when we get re-elected, we will remember who did not support us. She has said it. Let's look at the words of the people of his administration.
Right, she's not talking about going after them through the IRS, the most sacred. The president has expressed outrage at this within days and fired people.
Then why aren't heads being fired? Why aren't people being fired instead of moved around and promoted?
Look, thanks, everybody. Scottie Hughes, Mark Hanna, we appreciate you being with us. It is an active debate, and it'll continue.